Hello, welcome back to another episode. We are starting at the top of our tower, which I did manage to put a floor in and a ladder up to the top. We are starting in our lovely little house and tower that we built in the... Can I get out? Thank you. In the last episode. And as much as this house is absolutely wonderful, we are not going to be spending much time in here today. And the reason is because our plans lie elsewhere, more specifically over there. You may be wondering to yourself, but what are we going to be doing in this area that's been suspiciously cleared of trees? Well, I'll tell you. We are going to be building a barn. Along with the barn, we're also going to be building some wheat fields because I am starving. I have about 4 pieces of bread and I have a very small little wheat field over here, and it's kind of struggling to keep up with, my carbohydrate needs. So we need a better source of food, and that comes from animals. And I also need a lot of wheat to breed the animals and to find them and all that other stuff. So we are going to be building a small barn. I've been clearing out this little area here because this is kind of where I want to build it. I don't know if I want to put it a little bit higher, more like up here, but I feel like this would kind of be a weird spot to have it because it is like a much higher altitude, I guess. Or not really altitude, but I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if I want to put it up there or like down here. I've decided to put the barn right here. That way I have a good amount of space on... Oh, I did it again. That way I have a good amount of space on the side here to create like some animal pens. And I don't want to build the whole thing just because I don't have enough stone yet, I think. I also, well, obviously I also need the actual animals, which, as you can see, I do not have. I am going to start just laying out the foundation for what I want to do. We'll go this, we'll leave 3 blocks for an entrance. Around here. We'll lay down some of this. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Started constructing the roof. I've started constructing the roof, and I think I'm just gonna go with a pretty simple shape. It's just kind of like a steady little arch there, and it has a little midsection here. The problem is I'm out of deep slate, so I do need to venture into the underground to get a bit more of that. Thankfully, we do have a cave entrance right over here, and I think it actually takes us into the exact cave that we explored in the last episode, and it's kind of just a straight drop down, which is kind of concerning. But I'm definitely going to turn this area into like a mine sometime in the future because it's too perfect. It's straight down. It looks so cool. Yeah, I'm going straight down. I think this is the exact same cave that we were in earlier. Well, that is actually really cool. I am going to take that once I get Silk Touch, and we are going to keep it hidden in a very secret, very safe space. For anybody confused as to what I'm talking about, because we've already found diamonds, why would I be going crazy over those? It's because since the update that changed the Y level at what like ores spawn at, because diamond ore now spawns so much deeper, it's really common to find diamond ore in deep slate, or the deep slate variant of it, which means that the regular stone variant is actually incredibly, incredibly rare. So it's kind of similar to finding deep slate emerald ore, just because emeralds usually don't generate that low down in the ground. Finish the roof up here on the top part, and I have 2 more plans for this area here. On this side, I'm going to have like a pasture for some cows and sheep and pigs. On the inside here, I'm going to have a little sectioned off area for some chickens. And I think I'll probably put some storage on the side here, I think. Probably clean up the interior a little bit more as well. But then on this side, I think I might have actually positioned this kind of badly, to be honest, because I want to add a little horse kind of stable coming out from like here, like 5 blocks wide, coming out probably about up to here, which obviously means that this dirt here, like all this mound of soil and stuff, I guess this has to go. I have to move this somewhere else, put it in a box so that I can put something else here. What do you want? Leave me alone, please. I don't have anything. I don't know why those guys are trying to take my stuff now, but I think we're mostly done with this. I'm just gonna finish up a little bit of the detailing. I just need some more trapdoors in here, and then I just need to get rid of all of this dirt. This is gonna be a pain without any enchantments, but I'm gonna see if I can just at least make the landscape look a little bit nicer so you can, you know, properly see the build. But this was just a little place because I do want to use some horses more, especially since we are in 1.11. No, not a 1 point. We are in 0.11. There we go. I don't know why I had to look up to think about that. But so horses are a little bit better. You can make saddles and all that other cool stuff, and they added some more mounts. So I would just like to store them here. But yeah, maybe I'll add actually a little doorway through there. I don't know if that would be necessary though, but yeah, mainly I just kind of got to get rid of all of this dirt on the side here. It's kind of ugly looking. I tried not to spend too much time on this here just because I wanted to focus on other things, but honestly, I think this is pretty good. It looks quite natural, and I can always grow some grass and put some leaves and other stuff over it later. I also just added this little pen on the side with fence gates on both sides, and I should actually put down some lanterns. Probably. There we go. That's probably a good idea. And then I'll have another one there once I get more iron. Oh, look, iron. Anyways, I need to now find some animals because I need food. Mainly I need cows. I'm going to grab a couple sheep. I don't really know if I need pigs, but I do want to put some chickens in here. I also replaced the floor just with some coarse dirt. I'm still not 100% sold on the like gravel, stone, andesite path that I've done here. I think it looks nice, but I think it might just be too much gray. And I think that the coarse dirt might just be easier to work with because I feel like I can get much more of that like much quicker. But either way, that's a problem for later. But for now, I need to search for some animals because we need to populate this barn. Found some sheep. I'm gonna put them in the barn here. For the cows, I'm gonna try and find some of the warm variant ones because I know that in one of the last updates they added like different cow and chicken and pig variants depending on what biome you're in. And I know that we have a savanna just right over here, so I'm gonna try to get some of the new retextured cows because I honestly think they look pretty cool, and I just kind of want to see what they look like. Maybe we'll be able to find some cold variant at some point, but I don't think there's going to be any up there. Maybe we'll have to try and find some of those later. These actually look so cool. They have like little horns and everything. That's such a nice little addition. The chickens are also pretty cool. They're like yellow, orange. I don't know. I think these look really cool. I know that the cold variant ones are like gray, blue, which is also pretty cool, but I like these ones. It's a weird looking pig. I don't know why that one's green. We got a zombie there as well. I don't know. They just kind of want to be included. I need to sleep. Right, mission accomplished. We have some cows and some sheep in this pasture here. And we also have some chickens in this one here. I don't know why they're jumping up into the window. I think it's a thing with the pathfinding because these open up so they could technically jump up. I wonder... Let me try something. If I flip them upside down, I want to see if they would still like try and jump. Okay, no, that didn't change anything. My chickens are just weird. Now that we have animals sorted out, there's one other part that I need to kind of work on, and that's wheat, potatoes, and carrots, both of which I do not have. I do have wheat though, so that's a good thing. I want to transform this area right here into a nice little wheat field, just because I've been growing a little bit over here, but it's not nearly enough to sustain me and my bread addiction, as well as now I also have animals to feed. So I was just gonna make a stone enclosure using the cobblestone, just kind of stairs, slabs, and the regular blocks, and then I'm just gonna kind of fill it in with wheat. That's not supposed to go there. I'm just gonna fill it in with wheat. I'm gonna use the leaves to waterlog the source blocks just so I don't fall in, because there's nothing more annoying than trying to plant a wheat field like this happening. Then you bob up and down, and your shoes get wet, and sometimes you can even accidentally trample the crops, and it's just annoying. So I don't want to deal with that. I think this is looking pretty nice. I need a little bit more seeds. Actually, let me see if I have some more still. I don't know. I don't think I have any extras. Okay, four. Oh, no. Stack up there. Okay, maybe we can actually get the rest of this planted. I'm really liking this shape. Really liking the design of this. It's just kind of a simple stone, like enclosure, I guess. And I think I should have managed to irrigate all of these slots. I don't think that there's any like dirt that I've missed. If there is, I'm sure I'll find out pretty soon just because the crops will kind of begin to die. And then I'll be able to figure out which ones aren't hit by the water source. I'll probably build like a small well just on the side here just because that's how I like to hide my infinite water sources. I just think it's a nice little detail to add. And then I'll probably try getting some more pathing up here. I think I will do a path around the house here up to the entrance. I don't know why. I just kind of put the entrance on the side here. I'm probably going to add another one on this side here or maybe on that side just so it's easier to access. And then we'll just kind of see where the path goes. I do want to try out a little bit of the coarse dirt path. I just feel like I don't know how that one's going to look. That's what I normally do when I wanted to try something a little bit different. I like how that looks, but I feel like I'm just going to have a bit of a hard time maintaining the amount of resources I need to make that. I feel like coarse dirt is just a lot easier to work with. So we'll see how it goes. We'll take a look at them both side by side, and then we'll kind of figure it out from there. I found like just that hill. I want to add a small potato field, kind of right here next to the field. Actually, so we're gonna have a good supply of wheat for that. I want to add in some potatoes here. Fortunately, there weren't carrots. Probably add another field side. I get some. For now, potatoes are just gonna have to do. Finished building the potato field, and unfortunately, I do not have enough potatoes to finish planting the whole area, so I'll just have to wait until those grow, and then we can actually plant the rest of them. I also replaced the whole path here with coarse dirt, and I think it looks much nicer. It's going to be a lot easier to maintain, and I think to expand. I got a horse. Unfortunately, the footage of me actually taming the horse, the audio got messed up by something, so I do not have me taming the horse, but it's really nice. It can jump pretty high, which is kind of crazy. So I'm really happy with this. The barn looks absolutely wonderful. I'm really happy with this, how this turned out with all the cows and sheep and chickens that we have, and also really nice interior. And we also have two awesome little fields here, the potatoes, which will eventually grow. I did also manage to get a potato or a carrot. I don't have it on me. I managed to get a carrot from a zombie drop, so I'm going to definitely plant one of those in the next episode, as well as work on a little mine quarry area over here, just because we have a cave that goes like straight down into the other cave that we found in the first episode. So I think that's just going to be a really cool build to work on so that we can get some cool mining operation going. The last thing that I want to do is I did make a spear, and I want to try it out because I have not tried jousting with it. I think I saw a spider over this way. Where did it go? I wanna try. No, okay, I can't see it. I don't know where it went. I want to try to see what this does, because I think if you just run, oh, that's cool. I feel really bad hitting the cows. I'm not gonna do that. But I think if you just hold down like this, you charge forward, and then the spear like drops, and then you won't like do as much damage. Something like that. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna do any like damage now. So hopefully we'll be able to find something to test this on soon. Hopefully the next episode we can go out at night and actually like hunt down some mobs with this new horse. But for now, stable is complete. Animals have been acquired. Fields are planted. Steed is summoned. We have a steed with a saddle. I tried crafting copper armor, and then I actually had to look it up. I didn't realize that you can't craft copper armor. I didn't know that. You can actually only find it in chests. So I feel kind of silly about that. But if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and a comment. Really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next one.